So like that's the section you look forward to as a fan of the show. I actually never seen a Ferrari F40 until Barrett Jackson last weekend. But we are coming into the hypercar section.
All right, let me know if it works.
Ooh! We're coming into the hypercar section. I'm gonna have to mute from here because of music. I only get copyrighted. I don't even know what that is. F12 TDF. La Ferrari. Carrera 2.7. No, it's Elva. That's right. If you know, you know. I love it. F40. That one is like stock, untouched. Then next to it, you got that Porsche. I'll have to look it up, but they got with Williams to do, the F1 team, to do an air-cooled 500 horsepower naturally aspirated motor to throw in that 911. So, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't think that's, I was wondering if it was the singer, and it probably, that might be who they got with to do it, but I was looking at the exhaust, I was looking at the wide body on it, I'm like, it's more to that. And I put out my big camera to zoom in. Sure enough, Williams F1 air-cooled motor. And shout out to me, because you know ain't too many Lotus fans walking around. Actually, it is. See the manual transmission, Lotus design. Shout out to my friend Miles. We used to do 355 versus Esprit non-stop on Forza. I would get one of these, upgrade the turbos, and do racing tires. He would get his 355. He would do tires, brake, suspension, and we have the closest races. But I don't know if we set like a budget of how much you could spend or what, but I see a Sprees and not immediately go back to Forza. So we were talking about the Concouse.
I know you didn't like it at first, so what you think of it in person?
I think it looks cool in person. I think they have a habit of,
it's a little cliche, huh?
Yeah, they have a habit of kind of doing cash grabs,
yeah,
to a certain extent. But it looks good.
Yeah, and it does have like Concouse styling, but I get why people are mad about it. Like,
yeah,
not living up to the name.
Some people were like big mad. I'm not gonna say I was big mad, but I do think,
down there looks,
and Aston Martin proved a point. Like, you know, if we pay you pay for it, you can get it in manual. Like it's a hypercar, like it's really limited.
Yeah.
Make it manual, make it rear wheel drive, you know. But I'm not gonna sit there and act like that joint wasn't clean because it was clean.
Yeah, that green color was nasty.
That green was nasty.
Yeah.
So we are coming up on
crazy.
some British stuff now.
Old reliable.
Subaru Leggera, super clean. V12 twin turbo, dope. Then next to it, you got the 570S replacement, right? The Artura, I believe. This is cool for me because of the powertrain. It's the 570S replacement.
Oh, okay.
Artura
with the new engine.
Yeah, so this has a 120-degree V6 twin turbo with hybrid assist.
I ain't seen none of these ones.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing one too. People don't like hybrids, and I don't get it. I think yeah, this does a good job of breaking the Prius hybrid thing. So GT4 version of this is already running. McLaren actually have a 720S replacement on the way, so we know the GT3 car is going to be good. I mean, McLaren, what, 10-15 years ago, all they had was a 12C. 20 years ago, they had the SLR. That's it. Now they are rolling. So yeah, this is really sweet. Shout out to the 600 LT, special place in my heart. Not the fastest car by any means, but I love that it looks like a road legal GTE car. So yeah, there's a clip of me talking about this at the Hot Import Nights. Big fan of these right here. You know, talking to people about supercars in general, I would get this over a lot of stuff simply because the road car, the race car, like long tails are so clean to me. And then of course you got the top exit exhaust. You can see the carbon.
You get an option for the roof. The roof
scoop. There's a roof scoop right over there.
Yeah, that's sick.
So you got the 600 LT, and you got the 620R. Let's see if the Artura ends up being as iconic as this is, because this is gonna be tough, man. And you got some more Lotus over there. I really wish they would make more cars, but I'm not gonna rant about them. Let's keep long tails. You know, when they brought back the long tail name, I thought that they were going back to Le Mans. Long tail is like the GT, it's like Porsche's RS lineup, right? So yeah, and it's a Spider, but I know, like, you see the extra aero bits they did to them. So fast, man. It was funny because we got to a point with Apex where I didn't react to these anymore. Then Dom pointed out to me, he was like, bro, you just walked past a MP4-12C. Later they changed it to 12C. This is just a 12C. But I'll never forget, like, you know, they got this on Top Gear. And, you know, Jeremy Clarkson, he's like, hey, this, one thing we know about McLaren, they're all business. They named their car after a fax machine. And then it set its lap and broke the lap record. And it was their mid-level car at the time. So yeah,
Top Gear truck?
Yeah, Top Gear. So shout out to McLaren, man. Huge fan of them. We got another long tail, but this time it's a coupe. So this will be cool. You can see, even though it's the Spider next to a coupe, you got two exhausts versus the four, and then the wing is just a bit more aggressive, I feel like. compared
the diffuser. Then it also got these
you got the
little,
diffuser,
like,
you got the
splitters on the side.
the vertical plane. So yeah, big time McLaren fans over here, man. So we did just leave the Audi section. They got the big lens in, R8s.
Lots of R8s.
Lots of R8s, a couple RS4s. But we're in the Benz section, and this is the chance to kind of talk about their two-door coupes. So this is sweet. I love the color. Me and Dom both, we can agree on the color for sure.
They got, I mean, the convertibles are probably more like.
I love that. This color combo is so good. You got the nice wheels. Sorry. And you got SLS. This was a big deal when they came back. Gull-wing doors. They hadn't done gull-wings in a really long time before this one, huh?
They had like some custom stuff in like the late 80s or early 90s, but yeah, nah. That was pretty much just took it from the 300 SL or whatever.
Yeah. Have you seen that Black Series?
This?
Yeah.
In person? No, I don't think so. Only thing I think I saw was like I seen a CLK DTM, which is actually I think maybe more rare.
Yeah, I would think so too.
And then I seen a like maybe one of the SL65 Black Series.
Okay. Oh, I haven't seen one of those yet.
Like retarded aggressive.
They look so mean with them fender flares and all of that. Then next to it, oh, sorry.
Oh, it's the younger brother.
Yeah. You got, this is a GT.
It's a Pro?
It is.
It's a Pro, huh?
Yeah, it's a Pro.
GTR Pro. This was a step before the Black Series.
Yeah.
So Black Series just went insane.
Yeah. I remember talking with you about the Black Series before they did it or whatever. And so yeah, we got SLS to AMG GT, and I think the GT is a better car, but the SLS is cooler and it looks better to me.
A little bit more iconic.
Yeah, more iconic. But the GTR is sweet, and that's GTR Pro. But I remember seeing the Black Series at the time. It was just like, it wasn't named that, but I remember watching it lap the Nürburgring with that crazy rear wing that's like a GT3, but the middle part can go up and down or whatever.
Oh, it's active?
Yeah, and I didn't think they would go that far with it and break the Nürburgring lap record. I think they took it from Porsche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it the SVJ at the time?
Oh, you're right, because it was Superleggera, GT2 RS, SVJ, then the Black Series.
Then they came back with like the GT2 like MR or something.
Yeah,
but
then
I don't think that's
GT2
like an official like
road legal car
or production car or whatever.
But you know what has it now? That Project One, which
that's not even no regular ass car.
Black
Series not a regular car either, but you get my point.
Yeah, no, I get it.
They built the what is it? The Project One?
Yeah, the Project One.
They built that just to break the damn records, basically.
You know what about the Project One? It was a bunch of guys drunk at a party, and they said we should put it in a road car, and they decided to do it. That's how that happened.
This might be the only like street legal car ever that just has an F1 from production.
Yeah,
I don't
full
think
on.
anyone's ever gonna do that again.
It took them a lot of time to get that right, but we are in the Porsche section now, so. 991 GT2 RS. Whenever I see a 2RS, I think about when we went to the Porsche dealership and recorded. That was fun.
Basically this car, but it didn't have this wrap on it.
Yeah. 700 horsepower. And I asked you if you think they should have done a GT2 and then a RS. And yeah.
I feel like it's just such an extreme model. It don't even matter.
Yeah, that shit is insane. So yeah, if it's me,
I think GT3 is a good like balance for daily and track, or it's just too extreme?
The regular GT3, I think so. RS, I've always preferred regular 3s over RSs, especially nowadays since the regular 3s come in manual and the RSs don't. But again, shout out to Porsche, because you know they did the whole 911R thing and realized how desired people were for a manual 911.
They started making more manuals and fuck the 911R people.
Well, yeah, they did the 911R and then they did the 911 Touring, the GT3 Touring, and that's like a standard package now. So worked out perfectly. This is a 991 3RS, but we literally just filmed a regular GT3, so you can see, yeah, the Gulf color one, so you can see direct comparison. I don't think the regular 3 has that aero duct, and it's got the side intake, but if you look at the wing, it's definitely more aggressive, while the other one has the thicker vertical planes on it. This is yeah, this is the roll car. So yeah, here we go. Shout out to Porsche, best in the biz for me, no doubt. Look at this. Look, I want to say it's a sport classic. I'm not 100% sure, but this color is so good. And then you got like the classic wheels. Yeah, this
wheels but big.
Yeah, let me see. So, oh, Cars the movie, bro.
They built this for charity.
Yeah, this is based off Sally from the Cars movies.
Wow.
Yeah, and it even has the stamp. Oh, come on, camera. There it is. It even has a stamp.
You know what I'm peeping, that red Speedster over there. Even though we've seen it already.
That's the Speedster.
Every time I see it, I get excited.
We saw a GTS earlier and thought it was the Speedster. This is the Speedster. So, Speedster, Roadster plus GT3 engine. So, like I said, at the time they were thinking about like kind of moving on from it, the whole manual thing. 505 horsepower, I think. Flat 6, super high RPM. Sweet car. The GTS kind of down there. So we got 2 NSXs.
Type S?
This one is a Type S, yeah.
Both of them, I think.
We'll see. Come around the front. So this is good because you can see regular. Actually, yeah, no, they are. I was wrong. But NSX, I wish they got a better run at it. I think they should have done a rear-wheel drive non-hybrid version of it with some extra downforce and less weight. If nothing else, to celebrate the success they had in IMSA, like you go and win a championship there and you do nothing really to change the roll car except the front bumper. So that was kind of trash to me. But they are super fast, all-wheel drive, 8 speeds, like they're dope. But
I feel like they're pretty like undervalued, but
yeah,
I see why people. It's kind of like we're talking about the Concouse. People wanted it to be an old NSX, just modernized, and
yeah,
it really wasn't that. They turned it into something that was just ridiculously fast.
I remember one day I was over there by the crib, and I was getting on the freeway at the same time. I was like, I hope this dude hits it just to see. Mm-hmm. Man, he hit it. I couldn't even get my phone out in time, and they reminded me of the time I went to no fly zone, and it was gone before I could even get the phone out. The turbo went around me. Yeah. But it's a cool car. I would get one 100%. Like get some exhaust to open her up. But yeah, I think they
It's dead now, right? They finished it?
Yeah, they said they're gonna make a new one soon. Well, not soon, but they said they're gonna make a new one. But I do think they should have done a lightweight rear-wheel drive version.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
Yeah, I think they
It's
should
like
have.
a heritage model or something.
It was funny, group chat I'm in, they actually stopped the NSX Type S and Super GT, and they got like a Civic Type R body car to replace it. I'm like, I don't like it. A group of them and everybody was like, oh, that shit is sweet. So that just goes to show like where I'm at with my stuff isn't quite where a lot of people are, and that's okay. But it's a dope show, man. What you think?
Oh yeah, like I said, since I came last year, I'm pretty much gonna always come if I can.
If you're able to make it.
And, you know, obviously we've seen some of the same cars, but the same cars we've seen like are so good. Like,
yeah,
I'm happy to see them again. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Like, a lot of shows down here, it's the same. Like, it's dope, but there are some stuff. It's like, okay, I know that FD. I done walked up on it. It's an FD, but it's different when you see a 911 Speedster twice, you know? So just talking about it, speak of the devil. I was just telling him about the SVT with the huge turbo.
God damn.
And it is huge. Garrett, let me see. I can't. Doesn't say how big it is, but
That is nuts.
yeah. SVT Cobra R.
118.
The Z06 has issues.
Oh, and they fixed it on
They
the
fixed it for the ZR1. Alright, so we are getting ready to leave.
Been a good day.
Great show.
Yep.
Worth the drive.
Always.
We're gonna end it talking about this ZR1. 755 horsepower. Yo, I follow him on
Well, let's keep it a buck. I still like the C7. I still like how it looks more than the C8. Just the proportions are a little better. It looks more like a Corvette.
yeah, I mean, there's always that MR versus FR thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't go into the whole manual Corvette thing because I was just talking about that. But obviously, clean. I will say, I always felt like C7 ZR1s needed a better diffuser to kind of complement the bigger wing. So the first time I seen him at Cars and Coffee, I thought it was a GT2, which is not a GT2, but it is damn good, and he has some dope clothes. He sell
yeah, we did
last
see him
era,
at
yeah,
Cars and Coffee.
yeah. But anyway, we're gonna end it here. I think I'm gonna just do one long episode.
Corvette I'm getting it by.
With the C3?
No, this one right here. If I have Corvette money, I'm getting that.
Yeah, C7.
C7.
We were also talking about how the Z06 C7 had overheating issues, so they went above and beyond with the ZR1.
I got like what, 9 coolers, 14 coolers?
I think it went from like 9 to like 14 or 16. They added extra rows to it to compensate for the extra horsepower on top of having overheating problems with the C7 Z06. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end the episode there. Appreciate y'all watching. Apex out.